This podcast is brought to you by lineupmedia.fm.
All right, guys, check it out. The time is now to get on board with some sports betting, and you got to do it with our sponsor, betdsi.com. They've been in business for over 20 years, one of the top-rated businesses, and it's safe to play there. Use our code ANIMALS10. They're going to double your initial deposit plus a free $10. It's easy to use, and they have great customer service. Fastest payments of winnings, and like I said, it's a 100% bonus on your first deposit. Thousands of wagers, NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA. You can even vote on who's going to win the presidential election. You know it's hilarious. Get in there. And again, make sure you check your local laws and regulations before you do so. One more time, check it out. It's betdsi.com.
You know what they say about one bad apple? Well, we've got two. It's American Animals. All your favorite athletes, entertainers, and weirdos are coming to you like you've never heard them before. Join Erik, Bad Apple, and Ian, Uncle Creepy McCall every Wednesday on Hot Button from 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific. American Animals on Hot Button. Get some.
Wakey, 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 hands off Snakey, American Animals, here we are.
What up, man?
So,
how's it going?
American Animals here on Dash Radio and the LMG Podcast Network.
I missed you.
I miss your taste. As you say, I missed your musk.
I was gone for a week. Well, a week and a half, whatever.
We had a celebrity guest.
Yes.
And we had an entire music episode, which was actually pretty cool. So, if you guys missed our show last week, we had DJ Erik Kubici on. He's one of the original Scam Artist DJs. He also been in Hollywood quite a while. He had a kid with Jamie Presley. He has all kinds of funny stories about that.
So
and we
been
basically
around for a while.
We basically played a song every 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then just talked about music because he knows a lot about music, and I learned a lot from him actually. I love learning about like random weird hip hop like I don't know, history. Like I learned about the beef between Cypress Hill and Ice Cube and West Side Connection. I mean, I kind of knew about it, but he told me more about it.
Yeah, I'm sure they have some sort of inside information where you're like, oh, cool, I didn't need to fucking know that, but that's nice. It's a nice random fact to have.
I mean, I'm a wealth of useless knowledge. I don't know if you know this.
Oh, I know.
I know a lot of worthless shit.
Real dumb.
So I feel like things are really moving fast, Ian.
Well, I let you go to third base, and since then I feel comfortable. You got me that promise ring, and I'm happy.
Yeah, I love it.
Things are moving fast. Life is great.
Did you record an episode this week of your show?
No. Well, I'm going to do it later in a few days because I literally just got back to town mid-training camp.
So you were in Austin and Tahoe?
Yes. Well, see, my girlfriend, her family lives in the middle of fucking Texas.
She made a face when you said that word. She doesn't like it.
She doesn't like that word.
Oh, God.
Okay, whatever the fuck she is.
Yeah, it's like, what do you call me? I mean, I could call you way worse things.
Yeah, exactly.
You're mad at don't be mad at girlfriend. It gets worse. It only goes downhill from there.
Yes. So anyways, this one, blonde woman.
No, it's Oldie Hawn.
Yeah, Oldie Hawn.
Her nickname's Oldie Hawn. I love it.
So her fucking family lives in the middle of Texas, in a little country, in a little town called Flat. And it's in between bumfuck and Egypt. So we went out there and hung out for a while, and it's fucking awesome.
Is it close to Austin?
90 minutes.
Oh, because I thought you told me you were going to Austin.
Oh, I went to Austin to the On It Academy, which is my supplement sponsor.
That's right.
They have the actual physical On It Academy with all these world-class trainers, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, and they had their first night of amateur fights.
I assume they're making a lot of money because their shit's expensive.
They're making a boatload of money if you go to this place.
I took one of the brain pills. They were very nice, very cool. They sent me stuff, but I didn't notice anything.
I fucking love it. I'm on Alpha Brain every time I talk in the show.
Yeah, I don't know if it works. So I talked to Joe Rogan about my issues with my memory ever since my crash.
Yeah.
And he recommended I take it. And again, they're very gracious. They're very cool of them to hook us up. Thank you, On It.
Yes, On It. Thank
but
you.
I didn't notice anything. I don't know. I mean, as far as I know, it's pretty rare for people to recover from brain injuries or their memory to improve once it's gotten worse. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I don't know how it's actually going to fix your brain because you're kind of fucked. But, with actual cognitive function going forward, it helps. It's got double-blind placebo studies and all that stuff. But anyways, so the fights were there was me, Eve Edwards, and Tim Kennedy, who's a psychopath.
And Tim Kennedy took time out of his very busy schedule of hunting for Nazis who have been dead for 50 years.
Yes, and then he so he has his fanny pack over his shoulder because apparently it doesn't fit over his huge ass, or giant legs or whatever the fuck he's built like a brick shit house. And we're live on air, and he tells me a story about how he pulls a gun on a USADA guy that comes to drug test us.
I love that story.
Pulls a gun on a guy.
So tell our listeners the story.
Okay,
if they haven't heard
so Tim Kennedy is a world-class fighter, top 10 ranked guy on the planet. He's amazing, and he's also a former Army Ranger. Sniper. He trains all the Army Rangers. He also started Sheepdog Response, which is for basically to fight terrorists if you're just a normal person. And he leads these people, and this is someone I've known since I was like 19 or 18.
How'd you know him back then?
He was in Slow.
Oh, that's right.
Where
did he train up there? Sorry to interrupt.
At Slow Kickboxing.
He trained with Chuck and with at the pit.
Yeah, and this was when I was a teenager. This was a long time ago.
Okay.
So he has his fanny pack over his shoulder, sets it down, and of course there's a gun in there, so I'm trying to fuck with it. And I'm sure it's loaded and ready to go because terrorists are... Okay, so the guy tells ISIS, terrorists, fucking the people you see on the internet cutting everyone's head off, tells them, hey, this is where I live, come get me. And if you got to get through me, then you got to get through my wife, and then you got to fucking get through my kids. So fuck you. And then anyway, so he doesn't live in town, obviously. He lives out, a little farther out. There's a little road to his house. It's one way, of course. And he sees someone following him. And now, mind you, we have 24-hour, 365-day-a-year drug testing where they can come to us and collect my pee or my blood at any time. Tim sees this guy following him, making all the same turns, pulls into his driveway. I'm sure does an Army Ranger roll out of the truck, has American flag
Now, is this
pants
6 in the morning, 7 in the morning?
I don't know what time it was. Who knows?
Because they normally come in the morning, right?
He offered to take me shooting at sunrise. What the fuck do I do at sunrise besides sleep?
Said, bro, so we're going to party all night and then go shooting? Or what do you mean?
But so I'm guessing, either the American flag is draped around his neck like a cape or he has the pants on. He rolls out of the truck with, 45 in hand, and the guy goes, I'm just here to collect your pee. So that was the story. He also showed me a video of him fucking hunting a bear with his dog and a handgun. A bear.
A handgun?
Yeah, no, all you see
like
is...
Like a 45?
He is doing this with this... Like you have to put
He has his phone in one hand and a gun in the other?
And I just hear him giggling. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Guy.
And I see his dog start going off. You see his feet and he's like trudging along, like making, this is hard. And then all of a sudden, woof, woof, woof. Dog runs up. Bear runs up the tree. He pulls out and all you see is gun in front of the camera. And bang, 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 bang. Walks up, gives it a couple more. And then I put the phone on the floor and just stared at him. And I was like, that was fucking awesome.
This guy's he's pretty amazing.
He's the kind I guarantee he picked that bear up by himself and carried it back home and ate it all and used the fucking claws to pick his teeth or some shit.
Well, look, another thing about him is he has a pretty like, people are very polarized by him. People either talk shit, hate him, or people are just fucking think he's the best. And I don't know him that well. I think he's a good fighter. But I think like he gets so much attention that I don't get. I don't think he's that great. And I mean, he never beat anybody great. He's good, but people act like he's like a former champion or the best ever. Like they're so stoked he's fighting. And I'm like, bro, he got smoked by Yoel Romero last time.
He's just he's one of those guys that's done very well, and people haven't. He's either earned the respect because he is who he is, or they see doubt like you do, and it's just
I don't doubt his. It's not it. He's pretty good. He's just not the man, and people act like he's the man.
Well, and he still has room to prove that. That's what he's trying to do. Now, of course, people think you're fucking great before you are great. Well, that's either their problem or yours.
It's good marketing.
Depends how it goes.
Good on him. I ain't hating.
No, he has a huge following, and I think people love that.
He's probably got a huge cock too.
He can do the splits. You seen how big he is?
He doesn't have
his
a big
dick,
cock.
No? I was just saying.
That's like a rule. Only guys with little dicks can do the splits. That's a fucking rule.
The rest of them's fucking huge.
If you have a big dick and you can do the splits, like that's not fair.
It just hits. You do the splits, it just hits the floor first.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. So, what else we got going on? We had an amazing brawl today at the press conference.
UFC 202, Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz press conference. The last press conference of the week for them.
It was over the top.
It was nuts. Conor shows up 30 minutes late. Nate answers questions and then kind of goes, "I'm done. Fuck you," because he knows Conor's just going to talk shit, get him riled up. And then, of course, he walks back to the 209, and they start leaving.
The 209.
And what happens is our good friend and
no, don't say it. We don't want anyone to know.
Oh, they didn't see the fucking him on camera?
Somebody who will remain nameless, who's a good friend of ours, is fully on camera chucking waters and coffees.
Yeah,
And
throwing
I'm just
fucking-
hoping he doesn't get in any trouble.
God, our friends are so fucking stupid.
And literally, I texted him and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm dumb."
You go, okay.
I'm like, "Bro, what are you doing? Like, if you're on camera and you've already had a conversation or two with the athletic commission in Nevada, how about we don't do anything stupid?"
Well, my friends were doing it. It's not a good enough excuse, man.
I don't know. But then at the same time, I think, okay, if they're going to get anybody in trouble, then Connor has to be in trouble too, and they're not going to do that. So I'm pretty sure everyone will be fine.
That's true. Yeah, they can't double standard that. So, I mean, and unless they want him to pay a big-ass fine.
Well, the other thing I'm going to tell you about is I'm really excited. I'm going to Guns N' Roses tomorrow.
Lucky.
Fuck. I mean,
I went, well, yeah, you were there at Coachella, weren't you? Or did you leave?
I mean, I was there, but I don't remember any part about Guns N' Roses. I remember it was awesome. I remember just going, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember I was
nothing
stoked.
going on.
I don't remember anything, and I just ruined it.
I remember Slash looking very old and fat. And then also,
I mean, they all got to be in their 50s.
Axel he had a fucking boot on because he broke his foot.
It's off now. He's running. I heard he runs around the stage now.
Geriatric motherfucker.
And dude, I'm not gonna lie. He, I don't know if you watched on YouTube or whatever, but he sings better now than he ever did. Like, I don't know what the fuck, if he got a voice coach or he had the surgery or he like just did I don't know. You know, sometimes singers before they go on tour, they literally don't talk for like a month. They rest their vocal cords. I don't know what he did, but he all of a sudden sings as good or better than he ever did.
It sounded amazing at Coachella, so I'm excited for you to offer me tickets for tomorrow to come stay with you, first row.
Yeah, I mean,
hide me in a backpack.
They're not free.
Yeah.
we got them through United Talent Agency. We got them through UTA, and we had to pay for them.
Oh shit!
But they represent Guns N' Roses, so we'll be in the front with all like the friends and family. Yeah. And I would imagine because they're from LA, they're gonna want to do a special badass show in their hometown, right? And they have two shows in LA. They have tomorrow night and the night after. And I'm going the first one. So I'm hoping they're going to be like, hey, this is our first time playing in LA. Big stadium. Let's pull out all the stops. Anyways, it is the number 2 American Animals on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Check out our website, 2americananimals.com.
Hey guys, this is Erik Apple from American Animals. And yo, if you like our show and you're a real MMA fan, you got to check out Funky Van Askren, Joe Warren, and Sean Wheelock on the Lineup MMA podcast. These guys got some of the biggest name guests in the entire sport of fighting, and they talk about the shit that other fighters are scared to talk about. So check them out on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or lineupmma.com.
Toughest, what do they say? If you're going to be tough, if you're going to be stupid, you better be tough. Is that what they say?
I don't know.
That's a saying.
That's a saying.
That's a thing.
That's a thing.
If you're gonna be,
it doesn't come in text form.
If you're gonna be stupid, you better be tough.
Sure, that works.
What if you're smart and tough?
Well, then you have. I was gonna say me, but we all know I'm stupid, so it's all right.
All right. Well, that's Ian McCall. I'm Erik Apple. This is American Animals. You might be listening to us on Dash Radio here on Hot Button, or you could be checking us out on our podcast, either on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. I don't know. There's a lot of things out there, but if you're listening to us and you haven't subscribed, do it.
Don't just lurk. You gotta actually subscribe.
Do it. Click it. All right, our guest this week. I'm so pumped to have him in here because you know those people that you've known a long time, and you think you know a lot about them, but there might be some things that you just like aren't really sure about. But it's weird if you ask. Well, now I can ask, and it's not weird. So, welcome Rob Garcia to American Animals.
How's it going?
Thank you, Erik. Great to be here.
So, for people who aren't familiar with Rob is a world-class conditioning coach and nutritionist and some other things as well because he has some other studies in his background. Rob has worked with some of the biggest combat sports athletes in the world as well as some of the biggest action sports athletes in the world. Correct, Rob?
Yep, that's it. They seem to just keep signing up.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to get easier, right?
Drinking the Kool-Aid.
It's supposed to get easier as time goes on. So Rob has helped me since probably about halfway through my career. I got to know Rob, and he really helped me learn nutrition and some conditioning. Not really tricks, but just learn how your body works. And it's one of those things. The more you learn about it, it all kind of makes sense. It's not a trick because it makes sense. It's not like, oh, he told me a secret that nobody else would have figured out. But you learn a lot about it. And Rob was always bummed because I remember the stuff he taught me. I didn't have to pay him after the first couple fights. I retained the information. I was like, cool, Rob, thanks.
Thanks, bro. Gotta go.
Well, one thing I learned about training Erik is that with him, common sense isn't that common.
It's a rare thing.
Thanks a lot. But so Rob, tell us. I know you came from Kauai. You also lived here a good portion of your life. Yeah. Tell us about. Let's start off with your education, like your formal education. I know you have some Eastern medicine in your background as well.
Yeah, I started out at actually I moved from Kauai in 1991 and was at Mesa College down in San Diego. Got a nutritional science background. From there, I jumped to Pacific College Orlando Medicine and started studying traditional Chinese medicine, and then made the jump to San Diego State with physiology and exercise kinesiology, and kind of wrapped that all into one ball. And I was a little bit ahead of the curve. And when I jumped out of school, it was right into a camp with Jesus Salute, who already had about 80 pro fights. So it was, we would show up and I'd look younger than him. And he said, when I was young, I had an old trainer. Now I'm old, I got a young trainer. We learned a lot from each other. So that's what propelled me into sport combat.
Well, tell me, do you have a question?
No, I was saying
so
that's what I was going to ask.
I want to learn more about your education. So Eastern medicine or Chinese medicine?
Yeah, traditional Chinese medicine.
Now, is that a pretty common thing you can take at colleges in America?
No, there's only a handful of colleges in Colorado, California, and some on the East Coast where they're teaching traditional Chinese medicine at high levels, elite levels.
So, and can you explain a little bit about the curriculum and what you learned?
Well, I think the most, in a nutshell, it's USAL prevention instead of cure. And so by combining different herbs and using acupuncture and massage and cupping, which was a big deal, I think, at the Olympics this year. All the swimmers had the cups. Those are very old, but they're bringing it back. So
people act like it was like a brand new thing.
Yeah.
It's like, what? I feel like that with fighting and combat sports. It's like the CrossFit thing. Like, yeah, this new thing, CrossFit. I'm like, that's what fighters been doing for 50 years. What the fuck? It's the same exact shit. They just thought it was theirs now. Like, what the fuck?
Now, having the dragon lady teach you, is that hard or is it easy?
It's pretty easy because there is a lot of common sense. And what we've been doing for the last 3 years is we've taken everything we've learned and we've tried to combine the nutritional science with the sport-specific conditioning and the rejuvenation. And you guys all are familiar with that. And as they all start to integrate each other, they all complement each other. As before, you would have the best strength coach in the world give you an amazing workout, so you'd be just muscle confusion, and then he'd say, go ahead and get a massage. Well, that could mean anything. If he's training you in certain areas, there's certain areas that your therapist should be targeting right after that workout in order to get that recovery shortened.
Exactly, and everyone talks. Everyone's in the same loop. Like, I mean, we've got. I've built that at my gym for all my young fighters that I coach and kind of my fucking mentor.
Yeah, maybe after we learn a little bit more about Rob's background, you could tell him about I guess it's an app or the system you've been using that measures everything.
I'm at like the forefront of all this cool spacey shit that you do for, and I'm showing it to young fighters who look up to me, and I also teach. So it's like you said, it all works very symbiotically.
Absolutely.
So, finishing up the Chinese medicine thing. So, did you learn a lot about like herbs? You learned about like acupuncture, massage. So did they actually taught you cupping, acupuncture, and massage and Chinese massage?
Yeah, which is called Tuina. The herbs is a 20-year study. I did a 3-year program, so I touched on some of the herbs and the combinations that you use to make into different tinctures that you can use on HIT. They call it HIT medicine because obviously when you get bruises from all the sparring, you can put this in. It disperses all of the dead blood cells and rejuvenates.
And you're saying you can use that as a topical?
Topical, yeah.
Now, for me, it's hard for me to believe or understand how that can work very well. I feel like anything like that needs to be in you, not on top of you.
It needs to be ingested. That's how I always felt.
Your body's sort of like a sponge, so there's certain things that absorb right through the tissue, and it's just expelling, deoxygenated blood and bringing rejuvenated red blood cells to the area. That's all it is.
So how big of a believer are you in the Chinese herbal medicine, that kind of stuff? On 1 to 10, I mean, do you think it's very good and very accurate? I mean, these are the same people who think if you have ground up rhinoceros horns, it can fix herpes.
And your dick, make your dick bigger, work better, or whatever.
Well, it's something that you have to incorporate continually, just like food. It's just like when you stop eating, right? You're going to be hungry within a few hours. So herbs have to be worked in. They don't just work like a pharmaceutical.
But I'm saying as far as like the theory or the Chinese theory on like the herbs and stuff, do you believe it's a pretty good system and they're pretty knowledgeable?
Yeah, very good system. It's 3,000 years old. It's still standing the test of time. And but it takes a master to implement it.
So the black rhinoceros horn does cure herpes and make your dick bigger, is what you're saying.
I've been using it. I don't know. I still got the herpes.
Okay.
The herpes part takes a long time to get rid of.
So
Years.
So Rob, I mean, obviously you grew up around, and you were an athlete all your life. So you went straight from college down in San Diego and started working with some boxers.
Yeah, I was still boxing at the time. I was cranking out an amateur record. I think I was 26-4. I had 30 amateur fights, and then my cousin Kai talked me into the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because he said, you've been getting punched in the head too much. And then I just went ahead and thrashed all the fucking joints in my body over the next 5 or 6 years. So now the brain's messed up and the joints are right behind it. And I competed in Jiu-Jitsu till I was, I think, 37. I had Margarito living downstairs from me when he was 15. And he's like, oh, you got to compete in the open. Don't go in the Masters. I was already 30, so like an idiot. I'm entering the open division. Yeah, just getting beat up every tournament.
By just guys who were just going for it all day.
Yeah. But it was the learning curve that I needed because I can apply it. I had enough background and knowledge in the game to actually sit back and start to coach these top athletes in the world and understand where they were coming from and how the energy system worked. And, BJ, me and him would go back and forth. I had BJ pinned for a few camps. And you have to leave that pertinent energy for the sparring. And if you're a conditioning coach that doesn't know that, you design all this crazy conditioning, and then you take your athlete out there to do his real actual part of the sport that counts, and he's undergunned.
I assume you're talking about Marinovic.
We're talking about 99% of the coaches.
I assume you're specifically talking about Marinovic.
No. With BJ, he analyzed it and realized that there was too much.
I felt like BJ was pretty solid when he was training with Marv.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think he was. Sometimes, a less is more. And same thing with the conditioning. When you have a lot of sparring coming up, you have to phase out.
BJ has definitely been a subscriber to less is more. He's definitely believed in that theory all his life.
Yes, that's always seemed to kind of work.
I love it.
But yeah, like you're saying, the amount of strength conditioning, because people were always trying to incorporate CrossFit with mixed martial arts training. I'm like, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
We don't need any of that fucking nonsense. So get with a good coach, and you don't have to work as hard. The duration isn't as long. I mean, there's a lot of different things. Like I'll show you after in the next break. The Omega Wave system. And, my coach has incorporated so much smart shit into our training camps because it works.
Right.
Because that's what we need. We have a doctor analyze all this stuff, and it's just, like you said, you can save your body in so many different ways. I've broken a million times, and we're finally figuring it out.
Perfect. It's a trial and error method, and, hopefully you guinea pig the guys that are with 5 fights and less. You don't start. A lot of guys come into this game, and they talk their way in to training a top fighter in the world. They don't have the background. They need to work with the younger fighters first instead of go ahead and try it on a guy getting ready for a championship fight.
But some of that experience came from you being an athlete. So for me, it's always hard for me to listen to somebody who was never an athlete or never did this. Now, I do believe and I understand there are sometimes people who teach, they don't do, right? And there's people who do and can't teach. I get it. But usually, I want to know that you have felt it. You know what it's like.
You know how much this sucks, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you have to understand the grind. So that's for sure.
So you started working with boxers originally down there.
Yeah, boxing is my background still to this day. I consider myself a boxing coach. I worked under Mayweather Sr. for 9 years, and I started out as an assistant. And assistant coaches usually try and achieve head coaching positions, and that's what I was capable of doing. I did. I feel like I have a Harvard degree in boxing from the Mayweather Academy. And,
so were you living in Vegas with Mayweather Sr.?
I was living in Vegas with Mayweather, and I was also living in Big Bear with him. So it wasn't like the kind of situation where you spend all day at the gym and go home. When we would do these camps up in Big Bear, we would be there for 3 months. Yeah. And you get to spend hours at the Denny's talking about the sport. After
3 months in Big Bear sucks.
Yeah.
Was he coaching Floyd at the time or no? That's when they weren't getting along.
He had just split with Floyd, and Oscar had hired him. And I was hired on that same actually month.
So did Mayweather bring you into the camp, or Oscar did?
No, Oscar did. They had they were actually Teddy Atlas and a bunch of coaches were interviewed for the head coaching job, and there was probably about 12 of the best strength coaches that they could find that were interviewed for that position, and somehow I seemed to rise up.
So your specific title was strength coach or strength conditioning?
Strength and conditioning coach, yeah.
What about and/or nutritionist or no?
Yeah, I did. Well, what happened was that we weren't happy with the nutrition after a few fights, so they sent me out to Florida And there was an amazing lady, Sari Malman, who does the diet for Serena and her sister.
I
Williams
remember
sisters.
because you send people's blood to her. We sent my blood to her.
Yeah, and so she taught me her system, and it took me a few months. I lived out in Miami in between fights and learned her system, and then I came back and implemented it.
Explain to Ian and our listeners what that lady does with the blood.
What she does is she spins the blood, and she looks into the red blood cells, and she finds particles of the food that was ingested, and those are beneficial to the body. And the ones that have been surrounded by white blood cells, the body considers foreign.
Your body's attacking.
So your body's attacking them. So she takes those food items out of your diet immediately.
And how many does she test it with?
You do what they call a 2-day food challenge. Once she's tested your blood, and there's 10 items that you should not eat at all, and then there's like 10 that you're supposed to be eating. And you challenge food. So it takes you 28 days to create a menu. And after you've created that menu, that's the one you run with and count.
What is this process called?
That's legit.
It's called a 2-day food challenge. That's the process. So you have the same thing twice a day for 2 days. And you grade your sparring and your training. You grade your digestion and everything. If you get up and you want to lose weight and you're down a little, you keep it. If you went up in weight, you toss it out and try something else.
Maybe something you should do in between camps.
Maybe. I like fucking around and...
Although having a specific diet in between camps sucks.
Well, no, I'm always on. The main reason why I'm always on a very healthy diet is, for one, I have to be, but two, it's free. I get meals delivered to me all year long, twice a week.
By who?
By M120 Meals.
That's right.
And they fucking, it's a 5-star chef who's from Hawaii. I can't remember his name. But it's incredible food. Everything's grass-fed, organic. I mean, the way it should be. And it's I get it all. And look, I'll show you the fucking snacks I have. They're amazing. Everything tastes so. I have pudding. I have pudding in my bag right now. Chocolate fucking pudding. It's delicious.
Try and dummy proof it. That's what makes it a no-brainer.
It's smart. And then when I actually do fly to a fight, I bring my nutritionist and chef Erik from Nutrition for Life, and he cooks up my whole week, gets it all done. Hey, what do you want? Oh, I want fucking fried chicken, which I don't, but like he'll make healthy fried chicken. Or, like, I want fucking, what did we get in the morning? Oh, French toast. Like, I want French toast. And he made healthy French toast.
Great.
I was so excited when Rob told me I could eat fucking pancakes.
Yeah. And it's just
whole wheat pancakes? I'm in.
Yeah. He's not an easy guy to make 170. He's done it. I don't know how.
He makes 125.
Well, I'm not that big. I started off as the biggest flyweight in UFC. And then slowly, as I'm getting older and more decrepit,
like medium size.
These motherfuckers are huge. I'm wondering, what the fuck?
I used to be a big welterweight.
Yeah.
And then, dude, I see guys like John Fitch and shit. I was like, fuck.
Yeah. Way too big. You're just like, wait a
Those
second.
guys walk around at 215, 220, which is, I mean, it's got to be really bad for their organs and shit. They cannot be healthy.
That's a tough cut.
Again, why I'm always eating as healthy as possible, because I don't want to fucking be too big.
That's where longevity is in that whole diet plan, that scheme that you buy into for life. It's a lifestyle.
I got too heavy and things started to break, and then I stayed that heavy and more things started to break, and then I was like, fuck, I think I should lose some weight.
Hey guys, this is Erik Apple from American Animals, and wow, I was listening to the Ocho Man Behind the 8 Ball podcast the other day, and I realized this might be one of the funniest fucking shows I've ever heard. You've got to check it out. These guys do 2 shows a week on the Lineup Media FM network, and I'm listening to all of them now. You can get them on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or ochoman.com.
American Animals is hanging out with Rob Garcia, conditioning coach, boxing coach, nutritionist. I mean, all around smart guy sometimes.
Yes.
I've also seen him do stupid stuff. Not very often.
It happens. I mean,
I had like a 5-year stretch.
It's got to happen eventually.
what was that when Diego was living in San Diego?
Oh God. We'll talk about Diego later. I want to hear more about. When you were with Mayweather Sr. and with Oscar and all that stuff. So did you evolve into the nutritionist in that camp? And do you have a formal education?
I do have a background in nutrition. He was pretty much getting away with eating what he wanted to, because that's what Oscar had always done. He'd always made weight.
I mean, you told me that he was horrible. You'd have to literally follow him around all day.
Yeah, I'd have to follow him
Eating cookies and ice cream if nobody was around.
And they assigned me to just do that, and I became his shadow for a number of years. And it worked out because...
Can you tell some of the... I don't want to... We all like Oscar. He's awesome.
Yeah.
But you told me before that, if no one's around him, he'll be in camp and he'll fucking start eating a gallon of ice cream.
Yeah,
he has some issues. But he's an amazing person and a great athlete. He just has some fucking issues.
We won't get into all of them, but so Oscar is notoriously bad with diet if he's left alone.
if he's left alone. But he does what he's told. It doesn't matter if he has $100 million in the bank. He will run a camp and train as hard as he can. And I've trained other fighters that they win a few times, and all of a sudden they're not sticking to what they did that got them there. And I don't know why that happens. That is still a mystery to me.
People get complacent.
That's not a mystery. Money makes people soft.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right now, you give me $100 million in the bank, I ain't fucking working hard. You fucking nuts. I'll be
I'm not gonna do much.
I'll be doing horrible, terrible, weird shit with weird people
all the time,
all day.
It happens. I mean,
and everyone would just hate me more than they already do.
Oh my God.
So
it would be awesome.
So expand on working with Mayweather Senior. You learned a lot about. Now, did he teach you? Was he like teaching you, like, hey Rob, like this is how you do this?
Yeah.
Or were you just there and you paid attention?
No, he's a teacher. He was teaching me. He mentored me for many years. He took it upon himself, and he saw my interest in wanting to learn the science of boxing. And there's a lot of places that you end up for 10 or 20 years in a gym, and you don't have access to someone with that type of knowledge. So you'll be a purple belt your whole life.
Yeah.
And just because you need a good 3-4 stripe black belt in order to get to that level, and a lot of boxing gyms don't have that. So I was pretty lucky. Mayweather was a mentor to me. Joe Chavez, who they call the legend, was like a father figure. So I had two of boxing's best right there every day, and I got to watch LaHoya spar every day. So being able to be just present during those years was just an amazing time for me to absorb knowledge and gain the confidence that I have now to go out there and take any fighter to a world championship.
So you evolved. Did you have something? Sorry.
No, I was just saying being around that much greatness is hard to come by, and to be receptive to it is a big thing, and to do it for that long is also.
I feel like Floyd's father and uncle are both pretty cool dudes with a lot of knowledge. I think they might make some bad choices here and there, but I feel like they're pretty cool guys.
The thing I think about teaching is you have to be able to use the concepts that people understand. So sometimes they're able to do certain things and they'll show you certain things, but because of their communication, their ability to talk or to lecture, that part they don't understand. So a lot of people don't get it, and they'll say, oh, Floyd could only teach someone to fight like his son fights. No, people seek out Floyd because they want to fight like his son fights. He teaches you to fight the way that your biomechanics work best and your style works best, and then they always come back, well, I want to roll the shoulder, I want to do this, I want to do that. So he starts teaching them that, and that's a misconception.
It's like that, but that's not what you're working with.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to do something that you shouldn't be doing. I always say that to people about Chuck, but Chuck is the last guy to ever try to imitate. Don't do what he does. It just happens to work for him, but he does everything wrong. So you evolved in the nutritionist area. You started learning a lot from Floyd Sr.
Yep.
And was there a point where you started getting to hold mitts in those camps?
I was already holding mitts. I just wasn't holding mitts for Oscar. What they would do is they would bring up about 4 sparring partners per camp, and I would end up doing all the mitt work with those guys because they didn't get a lot of sparring, obviously, because they're being intertwined between 3 other guys, so they're only getting 3 rounds a day. So I ended up becoming the mitt man for all the sparring partners, so they could stay sharp, and that gave me a ton of experience. I mean, I was holding mitts for 3 guys when Mayweather was just holding them for 1. So I just, everything.
And were these like well-known guys?
These were, some great up-and-comers that fought, some top middleweights. They went out and did their thing. We had Shane Mosley for the Mayweather fight.
And he's an awesome guy. Have you ever met him?
Yeah, he's a very great guy.
He's the coolest, most respectful,
he's
nice guy. He's just like you think he would be when you meet him.
Exactly.
So
I got the utmost respect for him.
A lot of great fighters went through. I think one of the high points when it just comes to sport combat is during the 2001 when we were up there getting ready for the Fernando Vargas fight. That's when Rico Rodriguez hired me, and we were in camp with Tito, and we were in camp with Rampage, and that was the camp. And I spent a lot of time with him, and he beat Randy Couture when Randy was in his prime. So that's one of my proudest moments as being involved with the UFC.
And that's your first time you worked with an MMA fighter?
On that
Rico?
level, yeah.
Okay.
On that level, I had some young guys that were on their way up that no one really knew who they were. But yeah, Rico believed in me and brought me on board, and that result's one of the biggest.
Believed in you. He's like you believed in him. No, I like Rico's a cool guy too. Yeah. He's another one of those guys. He's a good dude. Mm-hmm. I feel like he makes some bad decisions sometimes.
He's just Puerto Rican.
That dude makes some bad. His whole story about him crashing his chick's car, her being knocked out, and then putting her in the driver's seat before the cops got there, and letting her take the blame was the best. That's like the most fucked up thing I ever heard. That's top 3 most fucked up things I've ever heard.
Well, when he was up there, I think I can tell this story. He was up there in camp in Big Bear. and he was, utilizing all of the hotels and motels that were there, and they were sending thank yous back to his house in Las Vegas where his girlfriend lived. So she was getting all this mail.
What, for the business?
Thanks for staying at this hotel.
Thank you for the business.
She's like, what
Sparring
the?
partners, man. Gotta have sparring partners.
I like it. I love it. So Rico is the first guy you worked with at MMA, and then, but did you work with him many fights?
Yeah, I worked with him several fights, and then after he was no longer with the UFC, I had coached him for about 8 fights, and we went all over the world together, from Utah to Croatia to whatever, and I lived with him in Vegas at a point for about a month or 2.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that was rugged. Those stories are better left untold.
Oh God. I could just imagine. So I'm just blown away by living with Rico in Vegas. Fuck. So after Rico, who was a world champion, and he's another guy who I like Rico, and he's real fucking talented, and when he's on, he's a fucking scary guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's hit or miss, but
He's
when he's
badass.
on, he can beat anybody in the world on his best day.
That's right. And he's actually, we were at Abu Dhabi, and he's the one that introduced me to Diego
that's
Sanchez,
right.
who had just come off of the reality fighter show winner, season 1. And that's how I was introduced to Diego. And after that, me and Diego hit it off, and I trained Diego for about 2 years.
More fun friends.
More fun friends. And boy, it was
So
never a dull moment.
yeah, and I think that's how I met you.
Yep.
Was through Diego.
Through Diego.
Same thing.
Coming down to San Diego back for ASR and stuff. And then
Or Diego showing up to my house.
what?
Or Diego just showing up to my house.
Oh, I mean, we could do multiple episodes with weird Diego stories. He is a fucking character and a half. So I think that's when I first met Rob, or maybe when those guys were living in Vegas. They had the management team, White Chocolate or some shit. Was that what it's called?
Yes, yeah, we launched
They had
that
a house,
from.
and they had Chet Congo, and they had Diego,
Yeah.
and they had the Tyron Spong,
Yeah.
and Bojado,
Bojado,
Panchito.
yeah. We were all there.
Do you know Panchito? Panchito was awesome.
Yeah, he was the.
I miss that dude.
He was the heir apparent to Oscar's throne, but he just didn't come through with. It's too big of a pill to swallow.
Bojado, if you're out there, I love you. I miss you. So, and then tell us how it evolved with Diego, because at that time Diego was a fucking real star. He just won. He was the first winner of the Ultimate Fighter, and he was bringing it back then.
Yeah,
He was the blue chip prospect back then.
he was. We had a good run. We had a fight with Carl Parisian. That was great. We had
He beat Nick
Diaz.
and Carl
Nick
Parisian.
Diaz. Yeah, he did.
I mean, those
Joe-
are 2 big deals.
Yeah, we didn't have any of the small. There was all the opponents were all legitimate contenders back in those days, and we ran through about 5 of them, and had a good run. And that was actually during that run is when I trained Bob Lou Sobrato when he fought with Chuck.
I feel like, but you knew Bob Lou before that.
Yeah,
Because he had 3 wins in a row in the UFC before he got that fight with Chuck. It's funny. I just watched that fight the other day. Rob and I both cornered him. And it's funny. Like I watch it now and I still fucking get mad. Yeah, and I'll tell you a weird random fact. Chuck, literally, when John was saying like, "Are you ready? Are you ready?" Chuck, because we were up on the cage.
Yeah.
Chuck looked at me and goes, "What's up?"
What's up, bro? How's it going?
Like literally 2 seconds before he was fucking punching Babalu and getting hit in the face, he looks at me and goes, "What's up, Apple?" I fucking just stood there. I like did not know what to do. I was like, do I say hi back or what do I do? He's weirding me out. It's so weird when like 2 people you're good friends with fight. It's like hard, especially when you got a corner one.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to go through. That's why I hate cornering, because I don't want to be that emotionally invested in people.
Are you more nervous when you corner people than you are when you fight? Because
I don't give a shit when I fight.
And that's a problem with us. And Rob, maybe you can chime in on that. I think guys like Ian and I've talked about it before. We've been around fighting and we've trained for so long with fucking just animals, guys who are bigger than us, beating us up, that we're not afraid. And you need to be a little afraid, right?
Yeah, I think Terry Norris and other people would say once the fear's gone, that's when it's time for you to hang them up, because that's what keeps you alive. I think that fear.
My last 3-4 fights, I was never. You what?
That's what makes your butthole pucker up and your fist clench real tight.
Well, you got that little edge, right? You're a little quicker. You got that edge. You're a little nervous. You're alert. Halfway through my career, I was like, fuck. There's nothing this guy's gonna do to me. That's like I've been beat up by Josh Barnett and Babalu and Pedro Hizzo and Marco Huas all my life. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, I literally was like, oh. I mean, I wanted to win, but I was never afraid. And I think you need to be a little afraid.
Yeah.
Eddie Alvarez was just using that same point, because he says that's how I won. Look at the way I've always fought. He fights like he's scared, and I think he fights like a savage. But
he's pretty brutal.
He just took the world title at 155 pounds for the UFC. That's a
yeah.
big
I mean,
deal.
nowadays guys are getting so good, and everyone's in such good shape, and they're so good at everything that it's like it's getting tighter and tighter. I mean, I think Dos Anjos would win that fight maybe 7 out of 10 times, but I mean, literally a lot of these fights nowadays, it's just fucking, it's a toss-up.
Yeah.
It seriously is, and there's so many good people in the sport now that it's pretty incredible.
Evolution's taking its course right now.
Yeah, the
I've seen
sport has
guys getting so
evolved
good.
huge since we've been involved, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So when I first started working with Rob really did help me a tremendous amount, and I would literally to this day, if I had a question about nutrition and I called Rob and he told me, I want you to go to your backyard and eat 2 fucking spoonfuls of dirt, I'd be like, all right. Rob told me to do this. Fuck. I trust him. And I remember I was so excited because I made weight, and that was tough, that fight. Remember when we fought in San Diego?
San Diego. Good fight.
Which one was that?
It's funny, like Ray Elby.
Okay, I was there.
He
Broke his leg. It was the first legal fight since once fighting was sanctioned in California, and I was a title fight. It was a big deal at the time, right?
Yeah.
And we got a lot of press. The place was full, and I remember I was so excited because that weigh-in was tough. I don't know why it was tougher than others. Like I looked bad. I seen pictures of that weigh-in. I looked bad, and I was so happy because Rob fed me pancakes, raspberries and blueberries, and grade A maple syrup, and I could eat as much as I want. And I was so pumped.
That was like a
And what else did we do? Well, I never needed it, but we oiled up the night before the fight, rubbed some coconut oil in that skin.
Just to smoothen out the skin.
Just to make sure. And I ended up not needing it, but just to make sure. And then I remember Diego, who had been partying.
My God.
So I don't know this story. He kept coming in the locker room and on the main event, which I hate being the main event because you're just waiting forever. Yeah. You watch people get beat up or win. You're just fucking sitting there thinking about what could go wrong. Dominic Cruz fought on the undercard. Sokaju fought on the undercard. And remember, Diego kept coming in talking about weird shit. He fucking had no sleep. He's probably on mushrooms or something.
Diego hadn't slept in 2 days. He had taken his belt off. He was walking through the crowd, whipping girls on the ass. And that was when Timberlake had just come out with that song, and he would say, "I'm bringing sexy back." And they were just like, "Who is this crazy?"
He kept coming in the locker room, and like me and Rob, and I had Dave from OC Muay Thai and Joker, and we're like, I got 3 serious, knowledgeable people around me on the main event. I'm taking shit serious. I trained hard for the fight. Yeah. I'm fucking serious. And Diego just rolling every 10 minutes, start talking about the fucking moon and the stars and fucking God and weird shit. And to the point where me and Rob are like, Diego, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, we will see you after the fight. We love you. We'll see you. Give us an hour.
What am I being annoying? Yes, motherfucker. Beat it.
It was so bad. I told him, get the fuck out of here, dude. You're freaking me out. Like, I'm trying to do this.
That was a good run. I think we had at least a 2 or 3 fight run, me and you.
I always liked working with Rob. 100%. 100% I liked working with Rob. It was a good time.
Yeah.
I'm not done. I'd like to do a Thai fight before I hang it up. Do it 3-minute rounds.
Yeah.
No problem.
Fight for lion fight.
3-minute rounds. Fucking power through that. Yeah. I already.
Real Muay Thai rules.
I talked to them.
Oh fuck, it'd be so much fun to just fight Muay Thai. Even though it would suck after, the actual fight would be really fucked up.
Yeah, your shins and knees and everything fucked up after Thai fight, huh?
Elbows. Yeah. Ugh.
I'm into it.
So fun.
I'm into it. So I think I could do 3 minutes. Is it 5 3-minutes or 3-minute rounds?
No. You'd be 3 threes.
Fuck, I can do that.
Yeah, and then you have to be pushing towards a belt to get 5-5s.
I'll be 30. I'll be 37 next week, Rob. But I think.
What are we doing for your birthday, Apple?
I think I got it. We'll talk about that.
Okay,
we'll talk about that.
This is Erik Apple from American Animals, and if you're a real MMA fan, you know all about the UG. That's the Underground and MixedMartialArts.com. I'm on there every day, and so should you be. I'll tell you what, they do a podcast on Lineup Media FM every week, and it's hands down one of the best MMA podcasts out there. They get huge guests, and they do an incredible job getting access to every part of the sport. Check out the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and UGPodcast.com.
We are back with Rob Garcia here on American Animals, and we've touched on some of his background and his education, both formal and his real-life education, and talked about some of his experience with boxing and MMA in the past. And now let's get to what are you up to these days? I know you're still working with multiple different boxers now, Rob, and also action sports guys like McCall.
Yeah, right now the main focus has been McCall Rothman. He is the 2015 WSL Big Wave World Champion. And we came up a little short. Greg Long got us, and we got second last year, so we're back on the trail to recapture the title this year.
Wait, I thought McCall was the champion.
He was a champion, and then this last season, Greg Long won the title. So he came in. We came in close second, and
was that just last week?
That was the first event of the next season right now at Puerto Escondido.
Okay.
Explain to the listeners what that whole double XL thing is, because if they don't know, it is.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's a minimum requirement 20 feet. The waves have to be 20 feet. There's 7 events all around the world. We have 72 hours to prepare once they know that there's a big storm moving into that part of the world. And Santa Galeo, Spain, Pico Alto in Peru, Chile. And these are places that the guys don't regularly surf. So when you go out there, you are risking your life. It's not like, you surf Waimea all the time and it breaks 20 feet. You know what you're doing. This is like a brand new spot. And
so Spain, I thought they were going to Portugal.
Yeah, this year we are going to Portugal.
Okay.
We didn't have Portugal on the tour last year, but it's the heavyweight belt of surfing.
100%. And we had Koa on the show.
Yes. Okay, great. Yeah.
And we learned a lot about. I'm fascinated with, I don't know the name of it, but the guys who basically teach a 3-day or a 5-day class about holding your breath and all that stuff, and they increase everyone's breath holding. Do you know a little bit? I'm sure you do. Are you knowledgeable about that?
Well, what we've been studying, I've been studying under Laird Hamilton for the last 2 years, and so we use Wim Hof.
Yes.
Which is the Wim Hof.
We've talked about it
method.
before, yeah.
And so that's something that's incorporated into the whole training scheme.
Now, does his entire programming help with or increase your time you can hold your breath?
Absolutely. It increases the time you can hold your breath, the amount of red blood cells oxygenated that you can compress into your body manually just by breathing techniques.
So you can simply through breathing techniques increase your red blood cell count.
You can increase the amount of oxygen that's contained in each of the red blood cells.
Okay.
Maximizing.
But you cannot increase your red blood cell count without exercise.
No, without it. Yeah, you need the exercise.
Or
but
without living at elevation.
Yeah, what they found is it's almost like the cyclists that were on that EPO. You can do that manually through the breathing techniques as far as maximizing that red blood cell capacity.
The capacity of each.
I'm not 100% knowledgeable about EPO. I know about it, but not that much. Does EPO increase your blood cell count?
It does.
Or increase the ability to retain oxygen in each cell?
It actually increases the red blood cells, so that's what makes the blood so thick. But you get the same
sludgings.
effect. You have this crazy stamina effect. And with doing this breathing technique and maximizing those red blood cells with oxygen, compressing them, you have a crazy stamina effect that happens when you do that.
That's weird because, 10 years ago, me and Sonny used to hang out and breathe together as well.
Yeah.
We were training that stuff too, like at 3 in the morning. Yeah. Just breathing.
Those late nights of training.
So have you, now, and then are you involved in this Wim Hof thing with McCall? Are you doing it as well?
Yes, I'm doing it as well. I'm implementing, pieces of it. The puzzle that we have is so specific and tailored for what McCall has done. I've been training him for 10 years. So what we do is we get bits and pieces and we tweak his program a little each camp. So he has what he already likes, and he brings in new things that he wants to play with. But we're already winning world titles. We don't need to change and reinvent the wheel right now.
So take me through a typical. Now, do you have a camp of sorts with McCall? Like 3 weeks in a row or a month in a row?
Last year I was out there 6 months, which slowed down everything else. So I'm not going to do that this year. But we do 10-day camps. And so 10 days before an event is on the horizon, we'll get in there and we'll do a camp, which mimics a boxing or a fight camp. And then we get on the plane, head out there, and try and win a contest in 40 to 50-foot surf.
So take me through a typical day during the camp.
You know me, dude. I'm militant, so it's boots on the ground at 6 a.m. We're running.
You don't have to give away any secrets, but take us through a basic day, nutrition as well.
Yeah. He starts out, it's basic with some pineapple and some strawberry, just a couple pieces. Then he's out onto the road doing his road work. He's probably already running at 6 a.m. and he'll do about 3 or 4 miles of multi-directional running where I have him doing all different types of movement patterns as he runs with punch count and backpedaling and skipping backwards and just a multiplicity of movements that he'll use. Once he finishes that, he goes back and does about 20 minutes of yoga and does some ab work, and then he grabs his surfboard and he goes out for his first surf.
Even if there's no waves?
Even if there's no waves, he'll paddle or do something. But when you're on the North Shore, usually there's waves somewhere. He comes in, he'll have egg whites and some spinach and some kale and a few other things and a little coffee. And then he goes.
You love the coffee thing.
Yeah.
He tells everyone to drink coffee.
Yeah.
Look at my shirt.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm a sponsored coffee
Okay, so
after that, he'll do all his boxing and all his sport combat training. And then
So basically, in other words, it's cross training. He's not doing his specific sport. He's doing other types of conditioning, which is combat sports training.
combat sports training.
Because he likes it.
Yeah, because that's always done it for him. That works. He does enough on the surfboard so that the movement patterns he uses when he's doing the boxing and some of the grappling stuff, it does the job for him as far as how he likes to twist and bend when he's actually surfing. So those things, it works well. Not a lot of weights, a lot of plyometrics, a lot of different things, a lot of mitts, a lot of heavy bag, some sparring. And then he'll go out and surf in the evening, come in, eat, get some protein and some steamed vegetables, and he'll get worked on and get some acupuncture and some sports medicine. And
when will you incorporate breathing techniques or other?
Usually throughout the day when he's in a rest period, we'll do a 10-minute session pre or post surf right before he goes into the water. So I'm ignorant to the entire thing. So I'm asking because I want to learn about it. So will you guys actually do the type of breathing where you start from the bottom up, or are you doing other specific stuff where you're trying to move your stomach and your organs? Yes, absolutely. That's some of the stuff, those what they called animal gymnastica that we learned from Hickson back in the day.
Hickson Gracie of the Gracie family
was doing it 25 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's where I first picked it up. I was lucky enough, and I think it was 96 before he went to Tokyo to fight Takada the first time, and I was able to live on his mats up in Palisades for 2 weeks. I slept on the mats in Hickson Gracie's garage and trained with Hoxton.
And R.I.P. Hickson, for people who don't know, I mean, he has this legendary, weird, mythical thing. He's like a unicorn. But it's real. You can know him and hang out with him, and he's still like this mythical dude. Even if you know him, you're still just like, whoa.
Yeah, if he's your fucking dad, they're all like, "Oh my god!" He walks.
I don't know if Crone feels. I don't know if he freaks out, but he definitely. Crone's very, very proud to be a Gracie. 100%.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They adore that man because he is the leader of the family.
Speaking of Crone, he's taking a tough fight. His next fight, he's fighting. I think it's only his third pro fight. I can't think of the guy's name, but he's fighting a legit Japanese dude, a legit guy. It's only a third fight. So good on Crone for not trying to sandbag.
Props out to him.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's a lion-hearted kid.
And he's deep with the 209 crew with Jake and Nick and Nate and Gilbert.
The Rio kid, he's a fucking savage, man. His ground is so good, and it's just like his dad's. It's basics. It's the things that you need to have, not all this crazy fancy shit.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Crone is the only person who's my size that I rolled with him, and I knew what he was doing, and I couldn't stop it. Yeah. I know exactly you're gonna do this, and I'm just like, fuck. He's the only person that's my size. I mean, I've been with bigger guys who are just too strong and I couldn't stop it. Yeah. He's the only person my size who's doing shit and I just fuck. I know you're about to do this.
Or they'll tell you, hey, 3 steps, right arm. You're like, fuck you.
Oh, yeah. He's one of those guys who just he doesn't do anything flashy. He does basic fundamentals and he does them perfect.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I had Jiva Santana coaching me for the last 14 years, he's just so good. And you have guys like Damian Maya who he's beat, who look up to him and ask him questions in Portuguese.
He beat Damian Maya in Jiu-Jitsu?
Yep. They're 1-1.
So tell us what else you have moving as far as boxing here in SoCal.
Well, I came up from San Diego 3 years ago to start working up here in the entertainment industry, and I landed a job on the Ray Donovan show. So I became the technical advisor for all the boxing and some of the fight stunt choreography they do on the show. We just finished season 4. Trained Liev Shriver, Pooch Hall, Eddie Marsan. They got 2 young kids on the show.
They all box on the show?
They all box on the show. They're either former boxers that are currently boxing.
It's one of the best shows ever made. It's incredible.
Oh, thanks, man.
Give
me a job.
How come I don't see this?
Dude, it's amazing.
What's it on?
It's on Showtime. It's Sunday nights, 10 o'clock.
I'm blowing it.
Go binge watch it. Go start tonight. And
it's called what again?
See you next
Ray
week.
Donovan.
Yeah,
Liev Shriver.
Because Victor talked about it. Victor Ortiz, who's hilarious. Yeah. Did I tell you how I met Victor at a party? So Ian, through one of Victor's friends, had Victor set up to be on the show, right?
Yeah, that was on set.
I fucking love it. So we were gonna have Victor on that weekend anyways, and I saw him 3 days before the show at a party in the Hollywood Hills at a pool party, and he's wasted, just jumping around, having a good time. And I go, "Hey, I'm Erik Apple. I have the show with Ian. You're gonna be with us this weekend. It's weird to see you." He goes, "Yeah, homie, what's up?" And he's this white Mexican guy who talks like this, and he's having a good time. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I like this guy." Yeah. And he's talking to girls and stuff, and just running around being funny, and we're drinking and stuff. And within 5 minutes, I'm like, "You're my new best friend." I like you.
Yeah.
He's fucking hilarious. And he's like the whitest Mexican dude ever. He's like he wants to be a surfer.
He grew up in Kansas.
He wishes he was a surfer.
we had 2 hours about this whole fucked up childhood and all the shit he went through, Bo. I mean, other people whine about the shit they went through as kids. Shut the fuck up. If you listen to Victor Ortiz, you have nothing to complain about. Homeboy's mom just bailed when he was 7, and then him and his brother were fucking couch surfing when they were 10 years old. Just couch surfing. That was their life. 10 years old, 11 years old, you're just couch surfing and then going to school and then couch surfing again.
He's overcome amazing odds. Amazing odds.
And it sounds like, I mean, I don't know the numbers, but from what it sounded like, he was really taking advantage of him. He was a world champion. He said he still had a full-time job.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck?
There's a lot of people that
should
have
stab some.
We actually brought him in as a sparring partner when Oscar fought Manny Pacquiao, and he beat up Oscar for about 3 or 4 days, and they sent him home. That's how he lost his job.
Never a good thing.
You can't be too good.
Yeah.
You can't be too good. So you have the Ray Donovan show going out here, and then other than McCall, are you working with any competitive boxers right now?
Actually, I'm ready to do a deal right now. This is kind of on the DL right now. It's coming up this weekend, and I will be coming on board with Mayweather Promotions and back in the boxing after 5 years absence. And so I'm looking forward to it. We are scouting the class of 2016 at Rio and hoping to get a couple blue chippers out of there and build a pay-per-view star because the market is starting to lose too with Manny and Floyd retiring. So hopefully we can fill that gap and I can be at the back of top of boxing soon one day.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Congratulations, man.
I want to comment on that too. I mean, yeah, with Manny and Floyd leaving, there are some big. Canelo, obviously, as far as Latin America, is as big as. I mean, he couldn't be any fucking bigger in Mexico and Latin America, could he?
No, he's doing great.
And
he's
then
leading the charge.
But then, other than that, we got Andre Ward looks real good, but he's not selling tickets.
No,
Triple G is a fucking badass, but he's not really selling tickets.
It's going to be Triple G Canelo would be the big blockbuster.
Yes.
But everybody wants to avoid Triple G because and I don't blame them. But it's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
If you beat him, 89 or 90% of people are gonna go, "Who the fuck was that guy?"
Dude, everyone is.
And then if you lose to him, it's like, "Well, fuck, you lost some guy I never heard of." It's a lose-lose.
Everyone's afraid of the Russians for good reason.
Yeah. Oh no, he's no.
Lomachenko,
He's from the Caucasus. He's like from Dagestan and one of those.
Dagestan.
God, dude, those people are just fucking rugged.
Yeah, exactly. They come from that part of the world. They just breed ruggedness.
Eat your children and shit. Fucking. I mean, you seen the one of Nurmi as a 4-year-old. He's wrestling. His dad had him. I don't know if you've seen this video. Khabib Nurmagomedov, whatever his last name is. He's fucking literally. His dad had him wrestling bears.
Yep.
When he was 4 years old, 5 years old.
Hopefully cubs.
Yep.
Yeah, he was wrestling bear cubs.
Fucking bear.
The bear was chained up, so it couldn't go too far.
Yeah.
And at the edge of where it was, this fucking kid is rolling with a bear.
Yeah, shoving his kid in, and then they showed him, 24 years old, however old he is.
Yeah, he went back and did it again.
He beat that fucking bear up.
I mean,
bet your ass.
I mean, like Russia, those people have been like on the outskirts of Russia, but they are considered Russian for 1,000 years. Every time Russia would get in a war, that was like their threat. If you guys want to take this too far, we're going to fucking bring the Dagestanis and the people from the Caucasus, and they're going to fight for us. And literally other countries would fucking shit their pants, go, don't bring them into it. That's not fair.
They're fucking crazy. Do you want me to do that?
Literally, like they've made huge differences in like gigantic wars for the last thousands of years. Those people are fucking feared by everybody around them.
The country itself is like the size of LA at most, and there's barely any fucking people, and there's wolves, and they've produced more Olympians wrestling wise.
Oh yeah,
and
per capita,
per capita than anyone else in the fucking world.
Wow,
it is just insane how many good guys come out of there, and they're all they're complete savages in sambo. Now fighting, you got boxing,
savages,
everything.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
That's what we need to be over there scouting fighters.
They build really good athletes.
Yeah, I love it. I somehow feel like that doesn't make you tougher though. They're just fucking tough people.
No, they're way harder.
And
than
they all have like
fuck.
sideways noses and like fucking scars on their face. You're just like, oh god, I don't want to deal with you.
They all have cauliflower ear.
Yeah, like they're born with like ears that are twisted and ugly because they're just wrestling bears and doing sambo in preschool and shit. I love it.
And they're next to Chernobyl.
That's where you and Floyd Sr. need to go. You and Mayweather Promotions need to get on a plane, go to fucking Dagestan, and fucking find some boxers, Rob.
We're still looking. We need that it factor. We need to have someone about a little bit better looking than you, Erik.
Ooh, that's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough one, buddy.
With your charm,
Ooh.
that can speak a couple languages and fight their ass off.
Well then.
It does matter to speak the multiple languages.
Yes,
like
absolutely.
we always had that thing with Diego. Like, fuck, bro, can you learn Spanish? And fuck, I mean, didn't the UFC like beg him to learn Spanish?
They did at one point. But,
And Canelo is learning English. He speaks decent English, but he doesn't like to do it on camera yet.
no, he doesn't like to do it on camera.
My white girlfriend's teaching me Spanish.
Oldie
Yeah,
Hawn's teaching
bilingual.
Spanish.
Oldie
huh?
Hawn's teaching me Spanish. She lived in Mexico for like a while. I don't know.
There you go. You'll double your fan base right there, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and I look kind of brown. I guess I could pass.
Uh,
A Spaniard,
Aren't you
maybe?
half Mexican? Half
I'm
Latin?
I'm Spanish, Mexican, Basque, French, kind of weird shit, and then some other stuff.
I mean, you can sort of be trusted, I guess.
Yeah. The family's from Texas and Mexico, and who knows where the fuck they came from. I don't know.
It's like a doctor.
It's like a doctor. It's like aspirin.
All right.
Hey guys, Erik Apple from American Animals here, and guess what? Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 30-day trial to give you the opportunity to check out their service. And you get it right through our website. I'll tell you one example and a great thing I would recommend. I'm a Star Wars fan, and the best thing to do is listen to audiobooks, the Star Wars audiobooks. They're great, and they have awesome sound effects as well. So download your free audiobook today. Go to audibletrial.com/animals. Again, that's audibletrial.com/animals for your free audiobook, or check out our website, www.2americananimals, and that's the number 2americananimals.com.
We were having a good time here on American Animals, learning all kinds of good stuff. I mean, like I said at the beginning of the show, I've known Rob a long time. I know him really well, but it's kind of weird if you just hang out with your friend and ask him all these weird questions about, well, how'd you know this? Where'd you go to school? Tell me about this. But now I have to ask you this stuff, right?
Yeah. It's
Pretty cool. So normally this point in the show, Rob, we would talk about current events.
Okay.
But since we have an expert here, I want to change it up a little bit. I want to talk about some of the things that we have going on in MMA and I mean the sports world in general. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that I believe the entire Russian track and field team was disallowed to even show up in Rio this year. Are you aware of that?
Yes, I was, and then I think they had applied for some type of a pass to get back in. I think they admitted 70 athletes back.
Yeah, they let a good group back, but
Yeah.
they actually got the whole thing got overturned. They were trying to ban them all, and luckily they got some of them back because.
I mean, it's pretty fucked to just say
maybe there's a
none of you
couple.
can come when we have no proof of you doing anything, or none of you failed a test, but you guys can't come. That's pretty fucked.
I think there was an issue with a pharmaceutical that they were using that had not been banned, and they had already been using it for a little bit. And I think the Russian tennis player girl was the first one that got
God, what's that?
flagged for
I'm
that.
trying to think of what it's called. Modine or something. Yeah.
It always ends in an INE, right? So
I don't know.
And then in the combat sports world, we had, I mean, everyone knows about it obviously by now, main event and co-main event from UFC 200. John Jones failed a drug test for PEDs before the fight. Brock Lesnar failed afterwards. Now,
Weird.
here's one of the things that confuses me. Brock Lesnar, and everyone cries, oh, he didn't have to do the 4 months beforehand. But he did like 60 days beforehand. He was tested 6 or 7 times.
Mm-hmm.
And then he failed like right before the fight. So I don't get it. Like, I can't imagine he's getting tested once a week, twice a week, and then just says, all right, let's fucking start shooting up, bro. Like, come on. And then supposedly a story came out that one of the things that what he got popped for was something that's in an inhaler. And I'm not sure if that's the story they're going to go with. But again, it's crazy to me. You've been tested a bunch of times. You passed. And then all of a sudden you get popped.
Yeah, that does make sense. I question a lot of the testing, some of the things you saw, false positives that you see. I just had a fight a year ago, Ray Beltran, who beat Takayato Sure for the 135-pound world title, and he was tested for a banned substance and subsequently suspended for the last 12 months. Any little thing you have to write down every little prescription, every inhaler.
And do you believe there was a false positive for him?
I believe it was, yeah.
Do you remember the name or what it was or the circumstances? Because now people in football, pro football players and baseball players have proven that they've just taken their regular over-the-counter fucking supplements and they've proven that they were tainted with shit that shouldn't be in there, and they sued and won, which they should.
Yeah.
If a guy gets suspended and can't play, making millions of dollars, fuck that supplement company. You could have fucking paid what money I would have made and more.
Well, this is one thing that like USADA's done a couple times is they've taken whatever drug that's in question, that's in the system, and they can test the food they eat and this place they live in the world and all this different things to make like because one guy that is fighting one of my training partners, Chito Vera, in where's he fighting? In Vancouver, I do believe. It's in Canada. I'm not sure.
Didn't it already happen?
No, it hasn't happened yet. And his opponent got popped for clenbuterol or something. So,
but that's an asthma thing normally, right?
Well, but they say he ingested it through meat. So the whole country's meat is tainted with trace numbers of
Canada's country. Canada?
No, China.
Oh yeah. No. And he's the one who
they're letting him fight because it was a real small amount. And
so
whatever.
they like said, yeah, we know, we're aware that all the meat there is tainted. That the Chinese are giving these animals these steroids, and they gave him a pass. They didn't even. They said you can still fight.
Yeah, China and Mexico.
Which is amazing. Now that leads me to this. His last fight, Frank Mir got popped, and his story is that he ingested steroids through kangaroo meat.
I did a camp with Diego where we used kangaroo and venison the whole camp, and
it's fucking delicious.
Yeah,
but it was like straight like Winstrol or some shit. It wasn't like a random weird thing. It was like stanozolol.
He just always brings up that really one ripped fucking kangaroo on the internet. It's just a deflection. Like, remember that guy? You fucking saw that guy, right? That guy on Instagram? Look how fucking ripped he was. They're all on steroids. What the fuck? I ate that guy, and it fucking fuck. So
Brock Lesnar passed a whole bunch of tests, and then got popped for an anti-aromatizer or an anti-estrogen pill, which is something you would take to stop yourself from having too much estrogen or
growing tits,
DHT, dihydrotestosterone, or you would do it at the end of a cycle,
right?
Right.
So I just don't get it. Like, how can that make any sense if you pass a bunch of tests and then he gets popped for something like that? Can you explain? Do you have any idea how that could have worked?
No idea. I know there's a way to mask certain tests so that you can get through them. And you can't get through all of them. That's why they test you multiple times.
Well, let's talk about those now. Okay. Rob's been around boxing a long time. Rob's told me before that we've heard about guys who have fake pee or have other people's pee. Tell me stories.
Yeah, there's been times.
Talking to the mic too.
Yeah, there's been times when we've tried to get away with everything. So everyone at one point, I think, and that's why probably the standards have increased because there was times when things were gotten away with back in the day. I don't want to mention any names or any fights because there was championships at stake, but you do what you have to do to win sometimes.
So if you're not cheating, you're not trying hard enough, motherfucker.
So back in the day, the guy from the athletic commission would just stand behind you when you pee, and now they have to see your dick. They have to see your dick urinate in the bottle because people have had fake penises or bladder bags and squeezed out pee that wasn't theirs.
Yep.
They make eye contact with your dick.
Yeah, they literally want to see. I remember. Don't get jealous here. And then because there were some funny incidents, I mean, Kevin Randleman literally got popped because he used a dead person's pee, and they could tell by the hormones the urine came from a cadaver, which is fucking crazy. Like Kevin, who I love the guy, rest in peace. Kevin went and fucking got pee. I mean, from a mortuary or some shit. I don't know. Where do you get a dead person's piss? And then other guys have used fucking horse piss. It's fucking hilarious the shit guys go through. And I know Rob told me another story about how to get through one of those tests or at least delay it. And that was to have bleach in the locker room. And you would he said guys would dip their thumb in the bleach and then dip it in the pee, and then it fucking ruins the sample, right? They can't use it, and they have to test it. And then once they say, oh, it's no good, they got to come back and get another one.
Test you later. Buys you a few days.
How explain that one a little more. Like how long would it How long would it delay?
Basically, what I had.
You like that?
Witnessed. Leave your thumb in bleach for about a minute or two, and then you go into the bathroom, you take a piss, and you stick your thumb into the piss, and the bleach is dispersed back into your pee, and it just kills everything in the test. They can't test for anything.
It's a good trick, huh? It's a good trick, huh, Ian? You like that?
Yeah.
It's fucking sweet.
Thanks for the temptation, Dick.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. It's just, I mean, for us, we've been around a long time. We hear shit like that. We're like, all right.
At least somebody's working the system. Fuck.
I mean, it's better to be, what is it, like smart, old and cagey than young and, what's this like? What's it like?
You and your fucking saying.
Age and craftiness beats youth and exuberance or some shit.
I'll buy that.
Okay. It's a saying. Fuck. What about, then we got John Jones, who we've talked about many times on the show. The guy's He got popped for coke the week of the fight, which to me is crazy because Melvin Gillard just did it again.
Oh God.
Melvin
Hard
Gillard
to get good
has
coke
been
in
popped.
Vegas too.
Melvin Gillard has been popped for coke now twice the night of the fight, meaning he partied within 72 hours of his fight.
He's a fucking psychopath.
Like,
man.
bro, you can't fucking wait 3 days to do coke. 3 days.
I'm in Vegas, bitch.
Like, bro, I mean, I cannot imagine the fucking room or the conversation going on. It's like, okay, you have a fight on Saturday. What's today? Thursday. Well, I'll just do some coke. What the fuck is going on? And it's the worst thing in the world for your cardio. Not like it matters for him, I guess. And he won the fight. He won a fight and then got popped for coke. So fucking good job,
Winning.
bro.
Yeah.
Good job, bro. You're doing blow and winning. Fuck it.
Hey, John Jones got away with it, right?
Can't
Yeah,
fall.
so back. John Jones got popped for blow. He has a hit and run DUI, felony DUI, injured a woman. He's had so many incidents, fighting with Daniel Cormier at the press conference. Then he had the whole thing with the cop again a few months ago where they really freaked out on him, took away his license permanently and said you're never allowed to drive yourself anywhere ever. And then before the biggest UFC in history, the guy gets popped for another estrogen blocker.
Yep.
And he's been, again, another guy who's been tested multiple times, passed those tests.
Yep.
So to me, it's like you said, I mean, I just think these tests are too sensitive. I don't know. I mean,
Okay,
and
okay. I understand
I'm
where
actually
you're coming
starting to
from.
believe now that you can ingest illegal substances or prohibited substances through regular day-to-day shit. Because I hear all these guys, multiple guys now have like been proven like this is in my supplement or this is in this and my meat, this or that.
But this is what I'm saying. Look at John Jones in the picture he posted on his own fucking social media. Him this year when he became champion, and he's like this skinny, goofy motherfucker that he is. And then it shows him during the time he's suspended and not being drug tested, he gets fucking jacked. And you're like, dude, really?
Yeah.
Well, I was powerlifting. Okay. So you were a fucking amazing athlete your entire life, and you still look like shit. And then all of a sudden you just hit a growth spurt. And let me guess, your dick got bigger too, right?
He's eating
asshole.
he's eating rhino horns.
You know, and it's like,
Yeah,
come
right,
on,
it's
dude.
a-
Like,
Fucking Chinese medicine.
yeah,
There it
why
is
would
again.
you do that? And there's always an excuse. It's like, motherfucker, what are you doing? No. Like, somebody needs to slap his hand and be like, motherfucker, Jesus Christ, be accountable for something.
I mean, again,
Fuck.
the same thing. I mean, is there no explanation in your mind of how that could happen?
There's many a slip between a cup and a lip, and whether it's you're accidentally ingesting stuff or you're trying to get away with stuff, or
Do you think is it plausible now that these tests they're testing for so many different substances now that people are actually ingesting the shit without meaning to?
I believe it's in the food, and it is up. They're putting low grade illegal stuff in supplements because they want people to get an effect when they take their supplements. So
I'm taking creatine and fuck, this creatine works good. Fuck.
my bench press went up 50 pounds in
Yeah,
the last
fucking
week.
look yoked, bro. That's what I'm taking right now, just creatine. So, all right, well, let's change the subject a little bit. Normally, like I said, we normally do current events right now, but I want to talk about other people who are in the world of combat sports and conditioning. And I want to ask you your opinion on, do you know who Nick Curson is? Speed of Sport on Instagram.
No, I don't.
Nick Curson is he's a disciple of Marinovic.
Okay.
And he's in the Bay here. And he works with Rafael Dos Anjos.
A lot of people.
He works with Aaron Pico, who's the wrestling kid he was like at 18, he was competing at a world level, which in wrestling doesn't happen.
But didn't go to the Olympics. Sorry.
He missed it by one match, right?
Dude, it was, yeah, because I mean that's what he was built up for since he was fucking like 12.
And it was so close.
Yeah, it was like fuck. It sucked.
So he's a disciple of the Marinoviches, and he has a lot of. I mean, he helped Jake Ellenberger, who just got his first big win in a long time as well. What did you? Since you don't know about him, I'll ask you, what is your thoughts and your opinion? Because I respect it, on Marinovich's theories and the stuff he does,
man.
working from the feet up.
He's a genius. I've spent 3 weeks with him in Hawaii, and was able to just work with him and Erik Keahi, Makua. We had a small group of BJ, and just look at some of the formulas that he put together. And the thing that about our sport now is that like you said, you have to have your hands on, real sport specific. You have to have a background. Some of the stuff he was having BJ do at the beginning, it's just you have an expert coming from professional football trying to understand the UFC, never having fought. Now I'm sure he's beaten up a lot of people. He's a big big dude. I've been sure in his youth, he's a scary guy.
And he's a little crazy.
Yeah. But you have to try to formulate it in your head. But if you fought before, you don't have to formulate. You're like, this is what it feels like. This is how it translates. And so he was trying to translate a few things, and that's where him and BJ had a little, meeting disagreements. And sometimes when you have someone as experienced as BJ, you have to bounce that off them and adjust accordingly. And he was at the point in his career already where he was like, okay, this is in stone. This is how you're going to do it. It's going to be my way, no other way. And I understand that, except his expertise is not UFC. It's professional football. So there has to be some type of an adjustment there. But his theories and the way that he's done things, his career is amazing.
I mean, he was literally the first strength and conditioning coach in the NFL.
Yep.
I mean, and he's how old? In his 70s now? Is he close to 70?
His 30 for 30 was fucking him and his kids is awesome.
He just shows how crazy he is.
I mean,
awesome.
In the beginning, they talk about when Todd was a baby. When he was teething, he was not given frozen stuff that's frozen like suckers or like just regular ice things. He was given frozen livers and kidneys as an infant to teeth on. Which is fucking ludicrous.
Like a puppy.
Just fucking crazy. Like, I mean, how would that stop a kid from crying? If you gave me a fucking frozen liver, I'm going to cry more.
Survive, motherfucker.
I'm going to be miserable.
Survive.
I mean, and then the stories about, like, if Todd would have a bad practice, he'd fucking make him run home in the dark at, like, 5 miles and shit at like, 10 years old.
Well, we know
You're fucking running home, kid.
Those don't work.
Guess what? You look like shit today, son. You're fucked.
I mean, and he even said that he chose his wife based on her build. He was like, "Oh, you're a big, healthy, strong woman. We're gonna breed." It's fucking awesome.
It's like feeling her arms.
And then, so what do you think about like the stuff? I know they have like the tubes, the pipes they stand on, the working from the feet up. Tell me some of your thoughts on the stuff.
I like that because it all starts generating force, being able to generate any amount of force, whether you're swinging a baseball bat, a tennis racket, or throwing a punch. It's from the ground up, And so having that first base that you work off of, and then being able to rotate the body and be able to generate that force through the core of your body, and then your hand being the end of a whip, and that's where the snap comes. And that's part of his principles, whether it's throwing a football for him, being able to throw a football, do things of that nature, and very, very accurate hand-eye coordination wise.
Well, Nick Kirsten does all the same stuff for his boxers with the feet and even their toes. He has them like literally doing toe workouts.
There was Laird went and had a study done, and they took him into the laboratory for 3 days, Laird Hamilton, and they ran test after test, all this scientific shit. And on the third day, they gave him, okay, here's your homework. This is what you do to improve. And it was a coffee can full of marbles, and the guy emptied it out on the floor, and he said, put all these back with your bare feet. He said, I went to 3 days of testing for that.
Here, check this out while we talk. That's
every
Nick
answer
Kirsten.
just came up, man, because he's Laird Hamilton. It's like, fuck, it just keeps showing man on here. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I want you to check that guy out. And I mean, I'm fascinated by Marinovic and the shit that he's been doing for years and his theories. And I mean, the guy's been working on this shit for 45 years or something, right?
Exactly.
40 years.
He's not young. He's been at the top of his game for 30 years at least.
He's been this one of the top guys in that whole field for 40 years.
There's some really cool stuff on YouTube that you can find, and it's Troy Polamalu training with Marinovic.
Mm-hmm.
And some of that training is amazing. It's like a 2 or 3 minute clip. And I study still some of that stuff. And
I'm fascinated when I see people doing shit. When I've never seen, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? What's he doing? Fuck.
Yeah.
I got to try that shit.
Hey, listeners, Erik Apple from American Animals, and today's podcast is brought to you by Amazon. It's really easy to support American Animals. Before you shop at Amazon, and we know you all do it, go to our website. That's the number 2, AmericanAnimals.com, and click on the Amazon banner on the homepage. It's that easy. Remember, that's 2AmericanAnimals.com, and click the Amazon banner before you shop.
Well, we are coming to the end. We want to go out tonight.
Yeah.
It's going to be my birthday next week. We're going to go hit the club right now for Brody Jenner's little birthday party down the street. I think Rob's even going to come with me. And it's a bad idea.
I got to go.
Ian, go away. Run for the hills. Run for the hills.
I got somebody with me with a curfew. Responsible person.
Well, that's what Uber's for.
See ya.
Let me call you an Uber. So, what else? What else do we want to talk about? This is time where we kind of our little celebrity call out time.
Wind down.
Who do we want to make fun of or talk shit on? We told Rob before we did Adrian Broner before.
Yes.
because the guy makes millions of dollars, even though he lies and says billions,
Yeah.
which is just fucking nonsense and weird.
Nonsense.
It's like
stop-
he's trying
stop
to
doing
be Floyd so hard. It's like over the top, bro. Stop it.
Except with all the losses, though. Come on.
Well, you can't win them all.
And then, I mean, the guy has all this money, he gets multiple DUIs, and then beats people up with a gun in a bowling alley. Bro, if you have millions, let me tell you right now. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay.
If I have millions of dollars, I fucking guarantee I will never, ever, ever be at a bowling alley. Ever.
I'd like to see Adrian Broner, Victor Ortiz.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Victor outwork him and just fucking... Because Adrian fought that guy like a year ago that just out-hustled him and outworked him. He wasn't better, but the guy just worked harder and beat him.
Yeah.
Or like when Maidana came in and crushed him. You know,
I
just
will
got outworked like a motherfucker.
I will say, though, I loved the fake fucking proposal. That shit was great. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
You never seen his fake proposal?
Nuh-uh.
After he won a fight on HBO or whatever he used to be on before he was on NBC or whatever it is now, he'd had a fake proposal
with
to his
the
girlfriend.
combed hair.
He
Yeah.
got down on his knee and he's going to say, will you marry me? He goes, will you comb my hair? And everybody thought it was a proposal coming because he got on his knee. He goes, okay, everyone wait. He got down on his knee and it was like, oh, she's going to propose. Will you comb my hair, bitch? Fucking hoe. Actually, I think it was a pick. It was even better. Hand the bitch a pick. Fucking awesome. So who do I mean, just so you know, we made fun of Dan Bilzerian before.
Who else?
Danzig.
Danzig.
John Jones.
A couple times.
Who else? Come on, Rob. Ian.
Man, right now I'm just out of the loop. I've just
Come
been
on, Ian.
in my cave.
Oh, we want to call out the whole. Fuck, what were we just talking about?
Kardashian clan?
Kardashian clan. The whole, you know, the Fourth Reich or whatever the fuck they are.
Well, they had the Fourth Reich.
They're horrible.
They're not German or white or
It's a joke. They're just like communists are not
that's
communists.
just random though.
Bad people.
That was like a random insult.
Well, okay.
I mean,
It's creative.
whatever. I mean, so what happened with him? So Kim and Kanye had this beef with Taylor Swift. Everyone remembers the Taylor Swift thing from years ago when Kanye ran on stage and said J-Lo should have won this award. Fuck you. And everyone was like, fuck, Kanye's a dick. That little girl's so nice. So then in Kanye's new album, he talks about like, I think I'm going to fuck Taylor Swift again, or I think I should, or I forget what he says in the album.
Says something stupid.
And I guess then in the news or some interview, Taylor said, I'm not okay with that, blah, blah, blah. And then fucking Kim Kardashian fucking busts out with a video, and you can hear the audio of them talking, which is super weird. It's pretty weird.
Wow. What were they talking
It's a
about?
setup.
I guess he actually did call her and say, I want to use you in a song. Is it cool? And she said, yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
So she lied to everyone and tried to get everyone to feel sorry for her and hate them, and it backfired on her, number one. But number two, it's weird that fucking Kim's
It's a felony.
recording calls.
Right? It's a felony, you're saying? That's a felony what they're doing, so it's illegal. Wow. So what's going on?
I really don't get it.
Anyone getting in trouble, or is it just mayhem? Needs to be law and order, goddammit.
I don't know. It's fucking, I mean,
Like
there could be imagine 1,000, sorry to interrupt. Imagine 1,000 years from now, if mankind is still around and we still have the same society on this earth. Imagine if they look back and they have a way to like look at what is in our lives on a day-to-day basis and the media and stuff, and they're just like, who the fuck are these Kardashian whores and their weird random rapper boyfriends? Could you imagine what if like we studied Rome or Greece and there was like a family of whores who were the most famous, richest women on the earth?
On the planet.
It's fucking mind-blowing, right? I mean, it all starts off with Kim fucking...
Now that you put it that way, it makes more sense.
Sucking, what's his name's dick? The little rapper dude. It was like one of the first big celebrity sex tapes, but she wasn't even a celebrity then, but it made her a celebrity.
Well, didn't she do that because
Not
she
Lil
was
C.
friends
No,
with
the dude
Paris?
who lives here. The one who always tries to talk shit on
Romeo?
Kanye.
Ray J. Was it Ray J?
Ray J, yeah. It started with Ray J, of all people. He's not even a big deal. Like, you could just hook up with any random rapper and you could be kind of like just some chick who goes to clubs in Hollywood and now you're fucking famous?
Yes.
Yes.
I should start making videos and selling fame to whores.
Start sucking dick, man. I want to watch you suck, rapper dick.
So
Just for my pure amusement. That's it.
do you think? I wonder if Chris is
got a dick in
literally
his mouth.
just had this plan for years since like Kim was like 12 and she's looking at her ass and her little attitude. She's like, "Yep, I'm gonna teach you how to fuck rappers. You're gonna become famous, and our whole family are gonna be fucking have hundreds of millions of dollars." I mean, I would even believe that if you add it all together, they have close to $1 billion now. I bet you.
100 mil.
I bet.
Well done. Well
I mean,
done.
they have $100 million. They have $100 million deals specifically. I know
their
for a
mom's
fact.
a fucking
I know
genius.
for a fact they have $100 million deals. Specifically, like one deal is worth $100 million. So just 10 of those between the whole family, that's $1 billion. I bet they have $500 million or more. And have you seen? Yeah, and then they basically stole Kendall and Kylie from the Jenner family. I mean, Brody doesn't even talk to him.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't talk to any Kardashians, or he gave up. He's like, oh, I lost those girls. I lost them to the dark side.
What does Caitlyn have to say about this?
Yeah, his girlfriend Caitlyn or Caitlyn Jenner?
Is his girlfriend's name Caitlyn as well?
Yeah.
That's confusing,
Yeah,
right?
Not really.
yeah. His
Not really.
his girlfriend's name is Caitlyn.
I was formerly employed by Kim, so I don't want to say anything bad. And you know what? She paid me probably more than almost any of the fights I've ever been paid to.
Fuck yeah.
Of course. It's a full-time job. You gotta
I mean,
start
look at
smacking all the cake out of her hand and shit.
Ian and I like to talk shit on people, but bro, they're fucking winning.
Yeah,
Yeah, my hat's off.
Yo, they got it figured out. Good for them. Fuck. Hundreds of millions of dollars. You're smarter than I
That's
am.
what you call potentializing.
Yo, I would suck some dick for hundreds of millions of dollars. There is nothing I wouldn't suck on for $100 million. There is no limit to the fucking shit I would put in my mouth on a daily basis for hundreds of millions of dollars.
Again, I would totally watch that.
Fuck yeah. I need a reality
I
show.
want one of my best friends to suck.
If Ian and I have talked about this before, if we had a reality show, we would be the most hated people on the planet.
I would act like such a fucking idiot eventually.
You would act?
Oh God, I'm sure. I
Oh
don't trust
shit! I didn't know you had to
myself.
sew together.
I
Fuck.
don't trust myself.
Oh boy.
Oh God, it would just happen. But oh yep, yeah, just I don't know. Put my hands up. Sorry. Sorry for partying.
You ever see that meme or the picture of Chris back when she was married to Rob Kardashian, the dad, the lawyer, and they were in court for the OJ trial, and she's sitting in the jury room, or not in the jury room, in the trial room, next to Bruce. And this is while she was married to the Kardashian, and he was defending OJ, and it was like, while you're sitting with your side bitch, while your husband is defending your mistress, because she was fucking all three of them. It's like a known thing. And
She got game, huh? That's
that
what
bitch.
girls got. That's what girls got.
I mean, she's Armenian.
Yeah.
You cannot fucking trust those.
They're
people.
gypsies, man.
Bro.
hard
You
to deal
can't.
with.
It's like it's a mathematical fact that like 95% of Armenians in California are somehow involved in some sort of electronic fraud. It's like a thing.
It's just a thing, you know.
It's like a legit thing. Every Armenian you meet, don't leave anything around. They'll fucking take it, and all of a sudden you'll have credit card charges in fucking Bulgaria and China.
I grew up with a dad that always called them gypsies. Like,
Well, they're 100%
these
gypsies.
fucking gypsies. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, because they're in the car business. These fucking gypsies.
They
man,
all
with
sell
goddamn
used cars. They sell fucking pagers
Their-
and cell phones.
Their
and
kids
they,
don't go to school.
Fuck no.
They're just little savages.
That's another group of people who are fucking mean, tough, savage people. I mean, I think every one of them was born knowing judo and sambo. Did I tell the story about a guy I know who's in the FBI who went to Go-Course school?
No.
So 10 years ago, 12 years ago, when MMA wasn't the biggest thing, there wasn't a MMA gym everywhere, a guy that I didn't know that well, but I knew a little bit, he worked for the FBI and he just got transferred out here to LA and he goes, I want to train. Where should I go? I'm living in Hollywood. And I was like, well, you have like 2 or 3 choices. There's like Eddie Bravo's place. And then there was like Gokor, the Armenian dudes who do judo and sambo. I go check out Gokors. Those guys are badass and they know what's up. Like I respect them 100%. He went to like 1 or 2 classes and he called me and he goes, bro, I can never go back to that gym ever again. I go, what? Were they mean? No, they were cool. Do they not know what they're doing? Bro, they're animals. Those guys are high level guys. I go, what's the problem? He goes, it's a conflict of interest. I go, what do you mean? He goes, bro, we have files on every person in that fucking room. He goes, I know who every one of these dudes are. Bro, they're all doing weird shit. Like this is a real story. And I was just like, yeah, they're Armenian. Oh. He goes, yeah. He goes, I don't care, but like I can't like hang out with them if I like if you know people I work for are actively investigating these people.
Crazy.
It'd be like working for the FBI and hanging out with Hillary Clinton all day.
Yeah, weird.
Like she's under 46 investigations for the last 50 years, and somehow we think she should lead our country.
Yes.
But that's a story for another time. So do we have
that's-
nobody? You guys don't want to call anybody, talk any shit? Ian? Just Justin Scoggins?
Not really. He's just fucking stupid. I got paid, bitch. You know, I don't fuck, whatever. I got my money, and then I would get to fight in 5 or 6 weeks.
Where's that fight going to take place?
Cleveland.
Okay.
Yay. So I have a reason to go to Cleveland.
There you go.
I never thought that was going to fucking happen. But I'll be there, and I'm going to beat up the guy that the guy was supposed to fight but pussied out because he was fat or whatever. Just beat up.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Anyways, I get to fight a guy who's a very good grappler, very young, and he's fucking ready to go. You know, He just seems so full of energy. And sorry,
I got to tune in.
Was he underweight?
no.
From the video.
Okay.
The guy that I was fighting obviously missed weight,
Right.
and got
Too big.
he literally, I found out a day before weigh-ins even started that he was gonna miss weight. So I was just sitting there, just like, okay, cool. What do I have to do? I have to make weight. So then they fired him. They sent him home that day.
That's the best part, Rob. They told him, beat it.
Sent him home.
You're not going to make it? Fucking beat it, bro.
Yeah.
We're not paying for your hotel. You're not coming to the fight. Fucking get out of here.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the first things on a contract is the weight you're going to fight at. So you're responsible at all. That's what you got to make.
Yeah, there were so many little. When he finally came out and like told his story, I was like, bro, you half the shit you're saying isn't even true. Like physically, it's not true. Like from like you're just lying about shit. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I just rub it off or brush it off.
You rub it off?
I rub it off on him all the time. And now that's me every time I see him. I have to rub it off on him.
This is you know, this show is falling apart quickly. I'm going to fucking end it because this shit talking session has not gone nowhere. It basically ruined the rest of the show. All right, finishing up here, Erik Apple, Ian McCall, Rob Garcia, beautiful blue eyes, as Victor Ortiz calls him.
Oh my goodness.
Rob, thank you so much for coming.
Yes, thank you very much.
I hope you at least enjoyed it.
Oh man, I had a great time.
It wasn't
Thanks for
torture.
having me.
Is there anything you want to plug, like your social media, anything like that?
I got a company that I'm launching. It's called Braven Sport Combat Equip. It's based around what I call the Braven Wall, and so anyone that wants to ballistically toss a medicine ball at something and know how the velocity and the accuracy at which it hits, that's going to be the wall that you're going to find across gyms all across America, hopefully in the next year or two. And that's what I've been up to as far as that goes. So
Okay, so check out Braven.
BravenEquip.com.
Okay, BravenEquip.com. For Rob Garcia, for Ian McCall, I'm Erik Apple, the number 2 American Animals on all social media, www.2americananimals. Listen to us on Dash and the LMG Podcast Network. Thank you again. We will talk to you next week.
This podcast was a presentation of lightupmedia.fm.